Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Wednesday, August the 21st, 2013, and here is today's midday market update brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. Hope you guys are having a great day today. Was some choppy action here in the morning, but then we finally started getting some momentum to the downside, but that was shortly lived, and now we're back above the previous day's lows. Let's go ahead and break down the market analysis here real quick before we take a look at the charts. The Dow is down 61 points, the Nasdaq's down 9.25, the Russell's down 27.5, the S&P's down 6. If we take a look at the bonds are down 35 cents TLT, that is. VIX volatility index is up $1.36. It's up above that 16 level that we've been talking about in the after the bell market summary videos, which you can find on our YouTube channel at My Wall Street TV. FXE, the euro's down 46 cents. UUP, the dollar is strong, so euro's weak, dollar strong today. Commodities are pretty much mixed. I mean, they're sideways to flat. I mean, we have SLVs. SLV is flat right now, trading at 22.19. No action there. JJC copper is down 46 cents. GDX gold miners is down 70 cents. GLD gold's down 20 cents. Making a nice move off the lows, though it is up about 50 cents from the opening price on the GLD. USO's down 47 cents for crude oil. You take a look at the top sector ETFs from change from open. We have the biotechs up at the top of the list. They're up about 0.70% from the open, followed by the IYR. FAZ's at the top of the list. That means the financials are weak today because that's an inverse ETF. GLD's at the top of the list. SLV's up about 20.22% from the open price. Starting to see a lot of ETFs go red though. The weakest ETF out there right now, sector-wise, is XRT Retail. It's down about 1% from the opening price, along with KOL, GDX, JJC, XLU. So we have some weakness in the retails, the coal stocks, the gold miners, the utilities. So let's go ahead and break down these charts. Starting off with the ETFs here today. SPY, you can see gap down. All right, opened up at 165, rallied up a bit, had some trouble breaking past this 165.35 area. So trading this nice little choppy range for a bit there, and we broke below it, sold off a bit. Now we're bouncing back up a bit. If we get back above 165, which is one of the key levels that we've been talking about in the videos, look for this to try to go back up towards the top of the range there. But let's see here. Take a look at the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq was actually trading the cleanest this morning. If you were looking for a index to trade, it was the Nasdaq. You can see we had this nice little bull flag that was trying to break out right here. That did actually break out, but then it trapped some longs, and then those longs got trapped, and we faded all the way to the downside to the lows. Nice little clean move there to the downside off this little failed bull flag pattern that tried to form right here on the 50-minute chart of the Qs. Keep an eye on this 75 level. Yesterday's low, 75.42 or so. We break below that level, keep an eye on the 75 level, 75.35, then 75 level. Taking a look at the Russell 2000, it's actually one of the weaker indexes out there today, along with the Dow Jones. The Russell IWM is down 58 cents. You can see here it's pretty much trading sideways to lower, not rolling over at all, but just trading sideways to lower there. All right, let's talk about the ES, because the ES is what we track to trade our stocks in the chat room. Again, our chat room is My Wall Street TV. To log in, the password is SMART. All you have to do is enter your email, enter the password SMART. You'll be greeted by me and a couple of the traders in the room. In any case, the Russell 2000, you can see there's a lot of chop action this morning. This is a 30-minute chart. Notice the range of the 30-minute chart. At the same time, for the first hour and a half, notice the price action just pretty much stayed contained in here. So that's where I was pretty much telling everybody, do not trade right now. Just wait for the market to set up. And then when the market gave you a nice little move with that momentum, and that was a move to the downside. How did we know that momentum was going to come in? Well, over here we use volume patterns. Take a look at this. The volume has been declining from the open all the way to 11:30. So pretty much when this action is not right here, and we see the volume declining, all right, we're getting an idea of what time we expect the volume to increase. So therefore, if the apex of the triangle is right here or close to this area right here, we're expecting volume to pick up around this time. It gives us a forecasted time to trade, because we don't want to trade when the volume's low. We want to trade when volume's picking up and there's more participants in the market. And then usually that trend that we're in going into that little apex of the volume declining pattern we have right here, which doesn't happen all the time, of course, but when it does, it's very helpful. That usually dictates which way we're going to go. You can see the volume picked up right here. Zoom the chart back out. You can see that the price action broke down out the bottom of this little range that we were trading in between 1644, 1648, and that's when the momentum, at least some of the momentum with the volume, came into the sell side. But after that, they just bought the dip and we're floating back up. And we're sitting right on top of support around this 1638, 1642 area. 1642 is actually a decent level if you take a look at the hourly chart on the ES. Let me move the screen over here for you guys real quick. This is on my other screen that I don't usually show in the chat room. You can see 1642 hourly chart. This is a nice hardcore level. So some people got trapped to the short side below that little flash down that had. And now that we're back above, if we continue to hold above 1642, look for them to possibly take us back up towards these 1648s if we have a nice little bid in the market. We do have the FOMC minutes coming out today around 2 o'clock, so that's why the market's pretty quiet and choppy a little bit there. But we'll see what happens going into that that news release. If we take a look at oh yeah, let me go over let me finish going over the ES here. So the ES, keep an eye on today's lows around 1640.25. If we hold above 1642, 1644, look for this to try to get back above the open price and move back up towards the top of the range possibly. All right. As far as stocks goes, I mean, I traded one stock today. A couple guys in the chat room, followed along with the trade. I traded Lowe's, LOW. Stock had earnings. They did pretty well. As you can see, the stock gapped up, had a nice little overnight range. This is a 5-minute chart right here. Had a nice little gap up, held its pre-market gap up, a nice little range. 46.23 was a key level on the daily chart. You can take a look at that on your own time, the daily chart. And we're pretty much looking to get involved around holding above 46.20. All right. So if you go to my 1-minute chart here, I can show you guys the trade. And I also posted it on our Facebook page, which is under Wall Street Trading, our company page. All right, you can see right here. All right, let me see if I can zoom in this real quick here. And I actually didn't catch the last leg up, but what I did do was on lows, had a nice little bull flag. This is a gap up, of course. Let me put the pre-market information on there. All right, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so what you can see here is you have the gap up, and we had this nice little bull flag over the break. Every time it tried to break over 46.21, it couldn't. But this was a bull flag in formation here. Kind of whippy as it's breaking above and below the top of the identified range. So once it had this nice expansion candle, I told the guys to put some orders out to buy that dip inside of this candle. We had some orders out around 46.25, 46.21, 46.17, and 46.15. I didn't get hit on the 46.15 because it flashed down there real quick and popped right back up. So we had an average of 46.20, sold some at 46.50, sold some at 46.63, and then I just put a tight stop and I got stopped out because I put my stop underneath 50. So they took me out and then it went for another leg up, and too bad I didn't get the last leg up. Either way, that was one decent trade that we had in the chat room today. Really haven't been doing much as we're waiting for the FOMC minutes to come out. If you're interested in coming to our chat room, go to mywallstreettv.com, type in the password SMART, S-M-A-R-T. You'll be able to log in. You'll be greeted again by me and some other traders in there. And check out our website, Wall Street Trading, the Facebook page, Wall Street Trading. Have a great day, guys. Catch you guys for the After the Bell market summary. Cheers.